Hey y'all, what's up again? I'm excited for this one. It's 2023 and got a great way to start it out, and highly recommend the book I'm taking notes from that I'm delivering here. It's Jay Shetty's Think Like a Monk, Train Your Mind for Peace and Purpose Every Day. I know we all need to be real intentional and focus on stuff like that. So this one's huge. No matter where you are in life and what your background is, if you have a family, if you don't, what type of job you got, if you're working from home, if you're not, it doesn't even matter. If you're in school or working, whatever, it's for anybody. This book's amazing. It just has a way to help you reframe things so you can see the world in a different way and see what you're capable of in different ways. And honestly, at the end of the day, it's one of these things that pretty much is redundant in regards to a lot of other things that I read, podcasts I listen to, but this reinforces it with real life examples. It gives you everything from people who made career switches to give you examples of how to breathe and work on your breath work to really help you through difficult times, or even propel you through times where you're winning and need that next step and next way to evolve. So it even has a whole chapter on gratitude, which you guys know that's where I like to start. So very thankful for friends, family, neighbors, things around me, the opportunities I've been given lately, and just the amazing things that are coming my way and people's way that are in my life and people that have reached out. By the way, I do have some people that have reached out about different charities and different things that would help pets or people. So if you guys need anything to get involved with the community or surrounding areas here in Charlotte, Fort Mill, Rock Hill, wherever it is here in this part of the Carolinas, I do have some recommendations from some awesome people that are really going after that and really a part of something greater than what they are. So going in line with purpose, right? So that's one thing that we're all trying to figure out is our why. What drives us every day? What is it that we need to do to take the next level, the next steps for ourselves? And why are we doing it? At the end of the day, it comes down to service. What are you doing to help others? So for me personally, whenever I was a manager in leadership roles, that would drive me. I would just love to see people's growth, figure out ways to help them. Everybody's different. So it's almost like a basketball game where you got everybody in their different positions and their different strengths and skills, and how we can come together and bring that together and unite and find something great. So this book gives it basically a step-by-step on how to take control of your mind, take control of the way you should be reframing things and perception of things, and getting rid of fears and anxiety, and also just putting that strong, good energy that you have inside you, put it out into the world. Don't be afraid to do so. So that's why I love this one. So I'm going to go over the first few bits of it. It's a long enough read to where I can't cover each chapter individually or each thing individually, but I definitely wanted people to hear some quick nuggets on mindset and how to frame your mind to get you in the right place to propel you forward, things to get rid of and exclude, such as negativity or certain thoughts or certain ways of thinking about things, or certain self-limiting beliefs and stuff like that. But there's just ways that you should take this and have it move you forward. It's never too late. Like I said, no matter what point you're at in life, this is a good read. But it talks about happiness, fulfillment, meaning. Think about the time when you're stuck and you're complacent and you're like, will things get better? And it's so much monotony. Well, there's always ways to figure things out with scheduling, right? With building routines, with figuring out where the time is in your daily schedule to add something new, right? We just don't apply it. We're not intentional about it. And this book just breaks it down to make it so clear and so easy for you. And it's a lot of things that are learned from other books and other solid people in this frame of work that really know their stuff. And he puts it all together, but he talks about his real life examples of when he was a monk and the things he had to get rid of or tune out, and how he lived basically minimalistic life as a monk, and how that applies to everyday well-being and training your mind to be at a great place. So this book will carry you to the next level, I have no doubt. But one of the first things in the first chapter that he mentions, when we tune out opinions, expectations, and obligations of the world around us, we begin to hear ourselves. So you always have feedback. You know, you got your phone, you got everything at your fingertips, or you can stream YouTube or on TV or whatever the case may be. Think about it. What do you do when you wake up? What's the first thing you do? A lot of people check their phone. So almost every book I've read to help get your mind right for the day says put that thing away and down and keep it away from you so you're not checking emails and starting your day on the wrong foot. So something like that, but make it even bigger for yourself. There's so many things you can tune out: negativity, gossip, different types of talk, and fear and anxiety, and different things that come your way that you can just simply tune out. And that already clears a ton for your brain, for your mind, for how you can operate that day, that week. And you just do have to be really intentional about it. Set up a quick plan for that. And money discipline, it even brings that up. I spoke about it before, but things we need, say we need it, and then ask yourself, is it worth it? Well, need and want are two different things. Is it worth it? That separates it, right? And short-term, long-term benefits of it. You really got to think about those things as you go through your day-to-day. And then the second chapter talks about negativity. We can all relate to that, and anxiety. And you think about it, he mentioned this, and this is simply put by Buddha, actually. Don't give in to what others fail to do, right? Don't give in to what they fail to do or what they're doing. Give it to what you do or fail to do. You know, give in to that. Like, focus on what you're doing. Don't compare. Don't play that comparison game. That's where a lot of us lose. A lot of us tend to make mistakes just because we're so worried about what the other person will think or what they will think, whoever they is, right? You have to live your life. You have to make choices for yourself that will help you, mentally, physically, emotionally, socially, whatever way. You have to make these decisions that are going to make you happier. Hold yourself accountable to that, because people can't tell you can't do something. And if they do, they're either jealous or afraid of you excelling, or they're just not wanting to have others around them do better than they are. So why listen to them? Why care about what they think? Do what makes you happy. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm striving to do. And that's why I'm trying to get the word out there, the message out there, get some nuggets out there to reframe your brain, help myself in this process, do the same, and just keep it simple. And at the end of the day, that's what this book does. Negativity also, you think about it in the sales world, how it sells in an environment where you have to come to work every day, for example, and then there's a rumor or some gossip. Next thing you know, everybody knows about it. Now people are looking at each other differently, or not working as hard because they're worried about something happening to them, and or maybe them worrying has them maybe stopping and not actually doing the work they need to do and do it at the highest level, right? So don't get caught up in the negativity. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you're doing always, because, you know, becoming a stronger, better you will always be the best thing and propel you to the next level of your evolution there in the world, in the workplace, in life. So do the things when nobody else is watching, right? Are you holding yourself accountable? Are you actually becoming the person who you want others to like and all that? Or you just have this facade where one day you're this way, another day you're that way, or in front of a certain group you act this way and then act that way. Become true with yourself. Do things on your free time when nobody's there, nobody's around you, that you'd be proud of, that you would want people's families to be around and their kids to be around, and your kid one day to actually do and be like, right? You have to do these things and work on these things constantly. I know I do. That's a big thing that's key. Sometimes when doing things, I'm like, okay, is this something I should be doing? Is this going to help me out? Is this going to be making me better later? Or is this going to actually shift me down and not propel me forward? So make sure you are thinking about these things and just being aware of it. He did mention in the book too, the 25-75 rule. We all know some negative type of people. He said for that, the 25-70 rule is where for every one person you have that's negative in your life in some form, way, or fashion, make sure you have 3 uplifting people around you. And I think that's huge. And I do constantly try to have those people around me that are talking positive, talking about how we can excel, how we can get better, awesome things to focus on with life and transformation. So he also talks about transformational forgiveness and to not hold grudges. I think that's huge. I've always gave people second chances. I haven't always got a second chance from others, and that's fine. I don't hold it against them. It's one of those things that certain things move people emotionally or physically or whatever, and they just can't get over it. Well, in my opinion, the quicker you get over things and not let them linger there in the back of your mind or not let them really hurt you, affect you, if you can work on that, that really helps take you to the next level, how you interact with people and brings your confidence up and all that. But also, the less you fixate on everyone else, the more time you have to focus on yourself. So think about it. I talked about it, the comparison game. Well, a lot of us get caught up being like, oh, dang, well, they're doing this because they've been in it so long, so I shouldn't start. It would take too long to do it or whatever to get to where they're at. Well, no, I mean, they had to start one day just like what you're saying. I mean, just start. It doesn't matter when it is, what time it is. You're ready ultimately. You just got to build that confidence within yourself and realize it's not a comparison game. Your journey is going to be different than the next person's journey. If somebody's done it before you, great, then learn from them. Use that mold to use that model to help mold you. I mean, it's simple. And I've been reaching out to people lately in my sphere of influence that have brought their businesses up and grew their businesses, and it's really helping me be more clear on what I can do to become my own me in the realm I want to pursue and the things I want to pursue long term in my career and life, and just be a better person overall. So if you see somebody doing it better, that's not a time to judge, that's a time to learn. You know, use those people to become closer as friends and build that relationship up. And you can learn. I think you can learn from anybody. No matter if you think they're successful or not, there's always something you can learn about through interaction about others or dealing with others or treating others better or empathy or learning about life and different circumstances and different things they've dealt with and overcame. Everybody has a freaking story, so I do encourage that. I thought that was awesome. And then with chapter 3, it talks about fear. Talked about this a lot. A lot of these mindset podcasts and influence people, they do talk about anxiety and everyday fear. Well, this book has a whole chapter on it too. But what can fear teach us about ourselves, right? Usually, when you're fearful of something or it's making you nervous or holding you back or you get your foot cemented in the ground and don't take that step forward you need to, it's usually something that you need to actually go after and go through and work through to really help you get to that next level. And he talks about it in this book, how to deal with fear and hardships. And think about it, we've all dealt with fear, with anxiety, with hardships, and we were capable of getting through them. You know, we're here now. If you're listening to this now, I know you've been there. I know you listened to some or had some situations where you dealt with some tough times. Well, most of us have. So you are capable of getting through all that. So he says, bring on the fear, go through it. A lot of successful people will tell you the same, that you just got to start. You just got to do, you just got to go through it. And that'll teach you a lot about yourself when you take those risks as well. But also, he did have a section in here about a lawyer, who's doing well in their career, but they don't like it. And they're thinking about doing a career switch, and they're worried about what if, and what about the timing, and blah, 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 blah. And, we can all make these excuses and reasons not to do it. But then there was some simple advice about it. And I'm doing the same, doing a career switch myself. But there's things you've learned from your career and what you've already been doing in life that you can carry over to the next thing you're going to be doing that will actually help you become even greater in that new thing you're going to be doing, because you learned so much from doing everything you did in your past, right? So use that to fuel you forward, not to hold you back. Career switch is fine. Do the things that make you happy, that have you fulfilled. That is just, it sounds easier than it is, I know. But think about it. It's never too late to start something. I've seen so many people transform, change themselves, and start something new, start something fresh. So we can all do that. He does talk about the relationship to monks and how they are and how they do. We think monks are quiet people. Well, he says because they choose their words carefully, because they think through things and really put that meditation and mindset into thought and actions, and really sitting down to visualize and think through something. So if you are thinking about it, thinking about a switch or anything, visualize how to make you feel. Visualize what you're capable of. There's something in you telling you should do it for a reason. Think about how that's going to make you feel. See that success coming already. See that success happening now. Before you even get started. I mean, it's there for a reason, and I think you really have to let that out and really dig into it. And he talks about that in the book really well. He also talks about what the monk's mind, detachment, and how you got to realize everything is borrowed. Let me repeat, everything is borrowed. What's yours today was someone's yesterday. It took others time to make or create something or to have something, and now you have it. Like this home I'm in, I mean, it's a blessing, and I'm grateful for it. But to me, it is something that's only temporary. I won't live here forever. I was just in Europe last year, traveling, staying in hostels and stuff. I mean, I was totally content with that life and having a roof over your head and just seeing different cities and different places, meeting different people, all of that. So I am thankful, but think about, like, you actually need far less than what you think, than what you already have. So be grateful for all these things you have, because you do need a lot less than what's in front of you, what's around you. I know I got a lot of junk in my house I just gotta throw out or sell or whatever. It's just too much stuff that I don't need, I don't use, and I'm sure there's other people you can listen to about cleaning your house out and cleaning your closet out, so to speak. But also accept the temporary nature of things. Once you do that, it helps you become more grateful. It makes you realize that fear and anxiety is also temporary. You'll get through these times. Things can be tough for a lot of us and for most of us at times. We tend to get through them. It's only temporary. And this is one of the biggest things I had to teach and learn and work through with people in my sales career. If you're told no, it's not a no forever. You'll get yeses. The no's are only temporary. You're always going to be able to work through it. You build your confidence through the no's. You build your confidence through the negatives. You build your inner well-being through getting through these difficult times and knowing you can do it. That should be uplifting for you. So when you're in those difficult times, what are the lessons that they're teaching you? What can you learn from them? Dig in. How does it make you feel? Why? Are you okay? Are you not okay? What's being affected? How can we get over it? How can I use this later in life if things were to come up, right? So that's one thing that in sales, we're told no all the time. So you got to get over that. You don't have to let it ruin your morale. It's one of those things where it's okay. You're going to be told no. And also being grateful. We all know that's the key. This book talks about how being grateful is the best thing. Let me actually pull it up, because this is one thing where I really think it's super key. And then it talks about routines and habits and intention and breath work and all these things that are just no-brainers to me, but I haven't heard it told like this, and I just think it's one of those things that'll change your life. And what it says about gratitude, it's the world's most powerful drug. Whew. So think about that. If you have the ability to do something that doesn't cost you anything, it takes hardly any time, that you rarely have to put much thought to, why aren't you doing it all the time and every day? Thankful for any little thing around you. Thankful for the clothes you're wearing right now. Thankful that I'm able to get a haircut from my buddy. Thankful for this book I was able to get, this pen I'm able to write with, this light here in front of me, roof over my head, my college degree. Any little thing you can be grateful for. Your legs working, you're able to walk, run, throw, move your arm. I mean, think about it, guys. Gratitude is the freest, easiest thing to do. The most powerful drug. That's the title of the chapter for it. I think it's amazing. It's simple. It's one of those things that when you truly start living with intention and visualization, it all starts with gratitude, making you become and helping you become a happier, more fulfilled person, living a more meaningful life, having these meaningful relationships, because you're thankful for every day, you're thankful for every little thing around you, and just all these opportunities that you might miss because you're not being aware. Well, gratitude, mindset, breath work, visualization, accepting fear, going through fear, all these things help create a discipline within you to help you overcome so many things and propel you forward so much. So I just want to take the time to share this to let y'all know this is a good start for 2023. Come in with the right attitude, the attitude of gratitude. Thanks, guys.